You know, the gospel today was so much reduced that it's an opinion. I don't like what John C.W. is saying. I don't like what... It doesn't matter what you like. We are not interested with what you like. That is your opinion. When we read the Bible, we give God's standpoint. You don't need to like it. You don't need to love it. You don't even... That is your business. We would prefer that you hearken to the truth, but we are equally not ignorant to know that not everyone here seated, or rather listening to me through this broadcast, desires to know the truth. And because of that, we are not here to give an opinion. Young people, don't allow the social media reality to fool you into thinking that your opinions count. Your opinions don't count when it comes to the kingdom. In every kingdom, there is the rule of law. Only God's opinion counts. At the end of everything, it is Jesus. Because of that particular demonstration of the Word of God, I'll be seeking to go deeper to illustrate and demonstrate some of the things that we are looking at in view of seeing how we can restructure what God has in store for us. If Pastor Godfrey can care to put the pictures on the slide to show you that this week we had an opportunity to meet the chairman of the Electoral and Boundaries Commission, which stands for IEBC. From this little room here in the village, when I started, a lot of people had things to say. A lot of people, others thought that, we are just guessing. Others thought that we are wasting time. Everyone had everything to say. But I came to realize when God calls you, God provides for you. And therefore, God provided a voice for us to be able to speak on matters governance in this nation, locally and abroad, to the point through which we have voices in Uganda that are echoing the same sentiments, voices in Tanzania, voices in Nigeria. You can imagine UK, US, and I speak this literally as a point of view because we have feedback. In view of that fact, we happen to have attended, or rather called upon, by the Electoral and Boundaries Commission. As you can see, I think the pictures will be flowing so that you can be able to see from a picture point of view before we start that we truly were there. And I like the fact that from this little village, the impact is visible. We went there. We had a cutting-edge meeting whereby we were given an opportunity to present what we had. If you remember previously before, we came here with the perspective of desiring to see a system through which Kenya can come into the space of election by a much more solidified and a superior means that can be able to secure our votes in a much, much simplified, better, faster, quick, and transparent way. So we went to work and we labored. We labored and we labored with the team that God gave us to provide an opportunity to see to it that there will not only be bloodshed. It's not only about protecting the vote. It is about protecting life. Because we know that in every election, someone must die. In every election, there will be hate. In every election, there will be tribalism. So because of that, we came up with a system that can be able to carve all these realities and try to minimize them to the least of our ability. And we came and we presented it to you, of course, through that platform. Many social media platforms saw us. Mainstream medias, you saw that we went to different medias advocating for this particular thing. And that's what we'll be presenting to you. Now, today we will not be doing talk. Today we'll be doing the walk. Last time we did the talk. Today we'll be doing the walk. We'll be presenting to you what this particular thing really is, just as we presented it to the IEBC. It is public information. Some of the stakeholders that were there was UNDP, Canadian High Commission representatives, several people, the commissioners of the Electoral and Boundaries Commission, led by the chairman himself, Mr. Erastus,